today we're doing a little bit of a different thing today. We're having, I can pronounce your name, I'm sorry.
Blanca?
Banca?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm completely deaf, so sometimes pronouncing names for me is a little difficult. Anyways, oh, perfect. So her YouTube channel, she is supporting and talking about Wolfram syndrome and sharing our life journeys and our experiences to the world. So today, instead of our normal Zoom chat, we're going to be focusing on her story that she wants to share. So she's going to ask us a few questions, and you go ahead and share your stories, respond however you would like. If you don't want to respond that specific question, you don't have to, whatever you feel comfortable with you. But I'm just letting you know this will be probably posted on her YouTube channel. So are you guys comfortable with this? All right, perfect. If you're not, then it's fine. You can go ahead and leave the chat now, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay? If you are comfortable, go ahead and just stay, and I'm going to give the power to her. All right?
Hi, really quickly. Can I say hi really quick?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I'm only gonna join for a few minutes because I'm in Costa Rica right now.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm actually here with my friend Jesus, who has the syndrome.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Ay,
¿Cómo
hola,
están?
¿todo
Hola.
bien?
I know them. I know them. I know who they are. ¿Cómo están?
Yeah, estamos aquí en Costa Rica, en la playa.
Oh, let me see. I want to see.
¿O la playa? Hold on.
Yeah.
Enseñarle la playa.
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
Yeah.
Eso es-
Sí.
Quería que lo saludaran a él, que él es de aquí. Y estamos aquí en Costa Rica.
Me saluda Erika.
Sí.
Erika.
Sí, hola.
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 ¿Cómo están?
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Y ustedes?
Muy
También
bien.
aquí, muy
Yeah.
bien.
Saludos desde España.
Él está en
Eh,
España.
Desde España, sí.
Sí, un
Sí.
señor Miguel que está en España.
Hola,
Estamos
hola.
en todo, estamos en mundial.
Pues preparaos, preparaos.
Sí,
Sí,
muy
echándole
preparado.
ganas.
Así mismo. Así mismo. Bueno, Blanca, yo sé que tienes que hacerlo de YouTube. Yo entro la semana que viene y le voy a dar la información a él para ver si él quiere entrar, entramos todos. Ya yo
Ok, sí.
vuelvo para
Sí, está
Miami,
bien.
pero bueno, él puede quizás entrar desde aquí.
Ok, está bien. Cuídense. Que
Hey,
disfruten.
cuídense.
Disfruten mucho
Gracias.
ya.
Gracias.
Bye.
She's
Bye.
leaving.
Sure, you keep. Okay. Well, that was great. I always meeting new people. That's what this is all
Exactly.
about. All
Yeah.
right.
I
Perfect.
guess.
All right. All to you.
Alrighty. We are gonna go ahead and get started with this. So basically, as you guys all know, we have Wolfram syndrome. First thing first is to introduce ourselves. Let people know that I am not the only one with Wolfram syndrome. Obviously, it is a international thing, so anybody can be impacted with this. And to start it off, I would like to introduce ourselves with saying your name, how old are you, the year or the age you got diagnosed with Wolfram syndrome, and lastly, your current symptoms. Starting with me, my name is Blanca. I currently 28 years old. I was diagnosed with Wolfram syndrome in 2014, so I was 16 years old. And my current symptoms that I have is type 1 diabetes, hard of hearing, vision loss, bladder issues, balance, anxiety, and depression. Yeah, so who wants to go next and introduce themselves?
Go next. Hi. Hello. My name is Jordan. I was diagnosed in 2015, 2016, about the same. I was about 16, 15 years old. I am 28 years old now. Um, Wolfram syndrome. Let's see. Okay, so I have my vision starting at the age of 5. Deafness started at birth. I'm completely deaf. I have a cochlear implant. Bathroom issues, definitely have. Short-term memory loss, I have. Balance, yes, balance issues. Um, that's all I can think of right now. There's a lot of other things that comes with it. And then that's me.
Wonderful. It's very nice to meet you. Is Miguel here?
Hi, I am Miguel. I live in Spain. I am 33 years old. And I am Wolfram syndrome diagnosed since 16 years old. Okay, I was with the Wolfram syndrome. I have a low vision, hearing loss, diabetes, and gait dysfunction. Okay, and that's all overall the main problems in my Wolfram syndrome. And for me, this DCAs is like a co-pilot in my life, and we walk together and we go to everywhere and live this life. Soy español, ¿vale? Y me cuesta hablar inglés. Y solo desearos un feliz día y deciros que esta enfermedad pues es para mí una bendición, ¿de acuerdo?
Sí. Oh, sí, claro, sí. Bueno, pues mucho gusto conocerlo y muchas gracias por estar aquí en estar parte de mi canal de YouTube. So the next question, do we have anybody else on here?
Yeah, we have 2 more people on here. There's 4 of us all together. No, it's okay.
Who-
We have Michael and April.
Oh, okay. So hi, my name is Michael. I'm 23 years old. I was diagnosed with Wolfram's when I was, when I was 9, and I have vision loss. I have diabetes. I have slight balance issues. I got anxiety, depression, bladder issues. I think there's a few more things, but I think I got most of it.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Do you want to go next, April?
Yes, now that I found the mute button. There we go. So hi, yes, I'm April. I'm currently 34 years old. For Wolfram syndrome, I have type 1 diabetes, vision loss, bladder issues, and more recently, I've noticed neurological swallowing issues. I only got my Wolfram diagnosis just a couple years ago. I was age 30. So I'm very, very glad to be here.
Okay, yes. Yes, thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate it. So for the next question, some people don't really understand, or normal people, I would say, don't really understand what it really like to live with a chronic illness, because some people just physically see us and then they just say, oh, she only has vision loss. But no, it's actually more than just that one symptom. So out of all the symptoms each one of us mentioned that we live with on a daily basis, I want you to list at least 3 symptoms in order that impacts you on a daily basis. For example, for me, the very first symptom that impacts me on a daily basis, I would say, is my vision. I definitely need my vision in order to actually get some independence, or at least to continue on or do normal things with other people can do. And then my second symptom that I definitely need that or impacts me, I would say, is my bladder issues. I am a type of person that definitely needs my full hours of sleep. Like, it impacts me if I need to wake up in the middle of the night or at 3 a.m. or just having to wake up just to go empty my bladder or feeling pain. So that is my second one. And then my third one, lastly, I would say is my balance. My balance, I feel like even if I use a cane, I would say I would still lose my balance. Like I need to hold on to something every time in order to hold on to the balance, especially with like windy cities, you know, like windy cities just it's so windy. I gotta hold on to somebody or else the wind is just gonna knock me over. Um, so yes, so those are my three symptoms that impacts me on a daily basis. Oh, you guys, what are your three symptoms?
So the top three for me is the vision. Um, I'm losing my vision since I was the age of 5. I am completely blind at night. It definitely does take a toll on me when, when you just want to be able to get up and just move around and go to one spot to the other. Well, I can't do that at night. So I definitely rely on my cane and touch and feel. It does change your environment a lot because you have to think about, if I want to like go out at night, right? And I can't see really well at night. So I have to think about, where am I going to sit? Where is the bathroom? Where is the people? Where is everyone intending to? What is everyone doing? To make sure I don't bump into somebody or trip or, hurt myself or hurt others, right? So definitely the vision is definitely number one for me. Um, the bladder, same here. The bladder is definitely an issue for me. It causes me to wake up a lot throughout the night, so I never get a full night's rest. I am probably wake up probably like 3 to 5 times a night just to go to the bathroom, and it's not like I'm drinking water, I'm just laying there going to sleep, but I definitely wake up and it definitely interrupts your sleep. It really does. So that is definitely number two for me. Number three is my hearing loss. I am completely deaf. So I do rely a lot on ASL captions, close verbal conversations, one-on-one. If I were to go to an environment where it's full hearing, people, speaking, we have music, running on, and people conversating in plates, hitting the table and stuff, I'm definitely not going to be able to understand anything that is going on except the person that is sitting literally next to me. So it does definitely take an impact on, my social life. It also depends on who I'm socializing with, right? So yeah, those are my top three. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like we have very similar symptoms that impact us on a daily life.
Yes, yes.
Who wants to be next?
I'll go
Excuse,
next.
excuse me, Blanca. Could you say me the question in Spanish? What is
Yes,
the question?
yes,
Are you?
yes. La pregunta fue que dime tres síntomas en orden que te impacta diariamente. O sea, los
Ah,
síntomas que
¿qué más?
tienes ahorita, ¿cuáles te impactan diariamente?
De acuerdo. Yeah, okay. In my case, the first is the vision. Okay. Because I work a software engineer, I need to see the computer every time. I need wow, be uh, as fast as possible doing the things in the computer because otherwise I finalize my work very late. Okay, and I have to share to my mates the screen or anything is very difficult for me um, to be okay the things and then to socialize to do the sport or for example I do CrossFit in the gym and I need to the teacher in the blackboard write the exercise. I need to ask for help to what's the exercise I need to do today because I don't see the blackboard. I would like to see the things other people see. Okay, but it's not a problem. For example, I do dancing every day, lot of dancing, and I like a lot this art. And it's difficult if you don't see okay, the teacher movements. Okay, the second problem for me impact is the hearing loss, because I lost lots of things every day around me. Okay, for example, the teacher explanation, I didn't. Sorry, I don't hear very well. Okay, with my family, with my friends, it's difficult to hear all. And the third is the gait disability, the gait problems, the gait dysfunction, because dancing, I need to be okay in the gait, or when I do sport, I need to be okay in my body. Or for example, if one time I went to with horse, okay, and it was difficult to maintain my position, a good position with my body, because I have dysfunction in my body. Okay, and this is my third problem impact. Did
Yeah.
you understand me, people?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
definitely have similar symptoms that impact us on our daily life, especially being our vision right now.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next and share their 3 symptoms that impacts them on their daily lives?
Yeah, I'll go next. Let's see. For me, the first most impactful symptom would be the type 1 diabetes. I have to keep an eye on my sugar on a regular basis. I have to carb count in order to correctly account for each and every meal that I've consumed. And that's something that I do on a continuous basis. The second most impactful symptom would be the bladder issues. And that's because I've been legally blind since age 16, and I've been, diabetic for about 20 years since age 11. And so the vision, I've been able to mostly figure out, my vision's been stable. The adaptive tools available nowadays are amazing. There's smartphones with magnification technology, and most computers come with magnification ready to go. But bladder issues, I have to watch my fluid intake on a regular basis, each and every day, trying to manage heat intolerance and how much water I need to consume for that, and making sure that that same amount of fluid required for everything else my bladder can also manage is hard to keep up with every day. And the third most impactful symptom would be the color vision loss. Because the color vision adaptive tools I have found not to be as helpful, so I have to communicate in a different way with other folks. Some of my friends and family know how to communicate with me when I say what color something is. They know what I mean. They'll be able to do that translation. But if I'm interacting with strangers, I can't use color as a way to communicate what object I'm referring to. I just haven't been able to accommodate that part of the disability yet.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Definitely something we can relate on symptoms, of course. Michael, do you want to say your 3 symptoms?
Yep. So my 3 symptoms. The first one is my vision. Because I mean that really determines pretty much everything that I can do. Especially like freedom. Like I can't really get around that easy. Especially without being able to drive. Second one is my bladder, basically just because I'm always tired and I hate having to constantly get up at night. And then my last one is diabetes. I have kind of gotten used to that one, but it's still not fun having to constantly monitor your blood sugars and watch as they go high and higher. It's annoying.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. It's challenging, especially being diabetic, and especially if you have an insulin pump. It, people have to constantly hear your vibrations, vibrations on you, and they're like, "What is that?" That's when you got to check their blood sugars. Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys, for listing your symptoms that impacts you on the daily basis. My next question would be, what is something that life has taught you living with a chronic illness? Because you know, Wolfram syndrome is a chronic illness, and it's something that is definitely not easy to live with. This can be anything, a life lesson, it can be anything in general. Let me translate this into Spanish and then I'll answer the question. So, la pregunta que les estoy haciendo a todos es, ¿qué es algo o una lección que te enseñó la vida sobre vivir con una enfermedad crónica? Porque el síndrome del Wolfram es obviamente una enfermedad crónica. To answer my question on this is something that has taught me, I would say it's believing in our Savior and our God that we have, because He is like the higher power. He is the one that created everything here on earth. He's the one that created us as well. And so He is the one in control of everything. So He has the date of when we are going to be born and the date to when we will be gone from earth. Living with a chronic illness has definitely taught me that there is someone that definitely listens to you, answers you, guides you, and more importantly, loves you just the way you are. Despite of all our symptoms that we live with, all our challenges that we live with, all our feelings that we feel as a human being, He is the only one that loves us just the way that we are. So yeah, who wants to go next?
For me, years ago, I discovered an important thing for me in my life, that is that I can't control anything in my life. Or there was a moment when I conclude that impossible to predict my future, because by the Wolfram syndrome or by any other thing, I can I don't know how to say, the future for me is very incertidumbre, Blanca, incertidumbre in my life. Um, Wolfram syndrome learned that for me, but every day since that moment, I conclude that every day for me is the last day. No, for the reason that I was a orphan syndrome, a chronic DCH patient. No, it's by the reason that I am a human, okay, and I can't control my future. We live thinking that, oh, tomorrow I live, I do this, that, do. One moment, your life conclude. Okay, when? I don't know. I only know that today is a beautiful day, and tomorrow I don't know. I don't know. Maybe sleeping can happen. Lots of things that I can't control. Okay, so finally, Wolfram syndrome, chronic disease, learn me that the life is for today. Every day, the life is for today. I have to enjoy the life every day, and don't worry about tomorrow.
That's good. That's good that it taught you to live every day by day and not worry about what's happened tomorrow or even the next day or the next week or next month. It's good that Wolfram syndrome had taught you to live each day, day by day, and not stress too much or worry too much about the next day and so on. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else want to share anything that Wolfram syndrome has taught them?
For me, chronic illness has actually taught me to be hopeful, surprisingly. Because I've seen how technology has evolved. When I was first diagnosed with diabetes, the technology was just insulin and shots. But I've now grown up with insulin pumps and continuous glucose monitors. And I'm just fortunate enough to be able to have that technology available to me now that human progress has moved forward.
Oh yeah,
So I've
definitely.
learned that things can get better.
Definitely. That's one thing that actually surprised me as well. Once I was onto the insulin pump, it's crazy how technology evolves each year and it changes us to benefit not just us, but other people or other diabetics or whatever the technology may be used for them. Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate it. Anybody else learn anything from living with a chronic illness?
So living with a chronic illness, I really have learned, because really the end game with Wolfram's is the brain is going to deteriorate, right?
Mhm.
So I've really learned to embrace the moments and the opportunities and the experiences that I already have and the ones that are coming to my future. I like looking back, I used to play softball. I can't play softball now. Are you crazy? But I used to, so I like look back and I'm like, wow, like I was able to do that. I could play a sport like that and I could be involved, and I was a pitcher. I mean, it was amazing experience, but now I can't have that experience or even be involved with that. But it has taught me to really embrace and really just cherish the moments that you have and the experiences that you've been through and the things that are embracing your everyday life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well said. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Um, Michael, has
Yeah,
a chronic illness taught you anything?
basically, it's taught me how to advocate for myself because not everyone knows, or most people don't know what I'm going through. And especially like with the vision, like the certain things I need to be successful, like in school or in other scenarios. So I need to learn to speak up and basically communicate what I needed.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. That's true. That's true because people are obviously definitely not going to understand what your body goes through unless you speak up or advocate for yourself and tell them what you are needing and or the support that you are needing from them. That is so true. Yes. I just have one more question for everybody. So, what is a advice you would tell someone new living with Wolfram syndrome, or what, like someone that has just recently got a diagnosis with Wolfram syndrome, or what would you tell them if you had just met someone with Wolfram syndrome? Like, for example, something that I tell every new patient that I meet, whether it's in person or virtually, or however I meet them, one thing I always give them is hope. My YouTube channel is called Butterfly Warrior. Why? Because caterpillars, when they are eating, growing, and shedding their skin, one thing that they always look for is hope to one day at least be something big, right? They, we definitely have those feelings as a caterpillar. We feel scared. We may feel lonely. We feel helpless. But one thing for sure is they always hold that hope to one day become someone big or someone important, you know. And when I meet someone new or someone with a new diagnosis, I feel like the first thing they may be feeling are those feelings that I just mentioned. They may feel lost, lonely, hopeless, all that. And in order to inspire them and tell them, hey, it's going to be okay. I am a warrior living with Wolfram syndrome as well. I've been living it since all these years, and I am still here. Therefore, you can do it too. It just takes that one extra step to motivate them and inspire them and tell them, hey, it's going to be okay. There is treatment on the way. It is definitely not the end of the world here. La pregunta que les hice es, ¿qué es un consejo que le darías a alguien viviendo con el síndrome de Wolfram? ¿O qué le dirías a alguien viviendo con esta enfermedad o apenas recibieron la diagnosticado con esta enfermedad? O sea, ¿qué consejo le darías? Acabé de decir, yo apenas siempre le doy a alguien, así como mi canal de YouTube Guerrera Mariposa. Nosotros ahorita estamos sintiendo los sentidos como un gusanito, sentimos miedo, sentimos sin ayuda, sentimos solos. El consejo que siempre les doy a alguien que conozco o que voy a conocer es darle la esperanza a cada uno y decirles que, ¿sabes qué? Yo también estoy viviendo con esta enfermedad, lo ha vivido con todos estos años. Muy pronto se va a venir un tratamiento y efectivamente no es el fin del mundo y pues es importante darle a alguien esa esperanza. So anybody wants to share on what advice or what is something they would tell someone living with Wilson syndrome? Maybe, I don't know, they may be watching us on YouTube and they need some inspiration or help or guidance. What would you tell them?
I would tell them you're not alone. Even though you might feel like it because your surroundings and even doctors, I mean, not every doctor in the world knows about Wolfram's. You're not alone. You know, we are here. We're coming together as a community even more every day. And you're more than welcome to join the community. So come on in.
Oh,
Right?
yes, definitely. Yes, we definitely created a beautiful community here, right?
Yes, we have.
Anybody else want to give an advice or say something to someone new or someone maybe that's lost or wants some guidance with Wolfram syndrome?
I would just say don't give up.
Don't give up. Yep. Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, because all those times that we feel tired and we just feel like, oh, do I really got to do this? But yeah, no, don't give up. We got to continue, right?
Right.
Continue fighting. That's why we are called warriors.
Right.
Yeah, I would say be patient with yourself.
Oh, yes.
Things will change over time, but you'll get through it. You can do it. Just be patient.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Miguel, you want to say, no quieres darle un consejo o diría algo a alguien que a lo mejor nos está mirando en YouTube que está viviendo con Wolfram y necesita algún consejo?
First of all, thank you, Blanca, for the translation. Here in Spain, the main doctor, Doctora Gemma, asked me when a new patient or new family is discovered in the country, asked me to tell with them, and I like to say that similar than your recommendation, Danka, a hope a message. I would like to show a smile in my face to that person, to that family. Is important because Wolfram syndrome is not, for me, is not a maldición. Yes, like I said before, Wolfram syndrome is a copilot. in your life. You can play with it. You can do it like a friend or like an enemy. Okay, you have two options. If you choose do the Wolfram syndrome a friend, you could have a happy life. Okay, but if you choose from the Wolfram syndrome like an enemy, you in a very 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 sad. So I would like to do a happy message to the families, to the patients, and say that lot of things you can do to improve your life quality. And I need uh, to teach them for you, for the new person, okay? And hope, and hope.
Oh, yes, yes, definitely. That's a very good perspective to see it. You can treat Wolfram syndrome as however option you choose. Obviously, yes, as your friend, you can choose it as your friend to be and manage your symptoms and live as happy as possible. Yes, obviously, or you live it as your enemy, which yeah, you will definitely face more challenges and you may feel down often. So yeah, that's a really, really good perspective to see it as. Um, well, thank you so much all for sharing. That is all my questions that I have for you guys. I just want to say thank you all of you guys for sharing your experiences and your testimonials to at least give more awareness and let everyone, all my viewers on YouTube know that I am obviously not the only one living with Wolfram syndrome. And yeah, I hope to have you guys back to do a part 2 maybe. For my viewers, let me know comment down below if you want to see a part 2 on this, because we are definitely down, right? Is everybody down to do a part 2 if they comment?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
Right.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
just let me know and I will set up the Zoom for the YouTube channel day and then some other day we're just chatting. Yeah, we'll definitely go back and forth.
Alrighty. So yeah, thank you so much all.